Our work is with private foundations and independent Jewish philanthropists. Their ability to marshal resources, their ability to create new projects or fund existing not-for-profits is measured in the billions of dollars. If we can help them use that money more effectively, if we can help them to collaborate more, so we're creating more good and more value, then we believe we can create a much more vibrant not-for-profit community here and around the world. The fact that our only focus is on the funder, and we're not in the business of raising money, and we don't work with not-for-profits, and we can really be in a position to speak truth to them, and we can be in a position where they trust the advice that we're giving them.
It's the mission of JFN, maximizing the quality and impact of philanthropy using Jewish values. So it doesn't necessarily have to be Jewish organizations, but again, using Jewish values. And what that means practically day to day is that we work on all aspects of a donor's giving. So we can help them with major grants. A lot of our donors want to give, big gift to a hospital that helped them or their university, some sort of alma mater. We work on donor advised funds, working with people and how to sort of set up those vehicles. And we also, our bread and butter though, is really working with people on their private foundations.
We have about 900 members in the network. They're all over the world. And I'm very proud that we can call a meeting and have someone sitting in the room who gives away $100 million a year and someone who sits in the room who's giving away $25,000 a year, and they're equals in that discussion. We've really created terrific tables that are safe space to raise any issue where there are no sacred cows and people can be really honest.
I think what's great about the organization is that it's an affinity group of donors. So what's great about it is that Jewish donors can connect with other Jewish donors, and not only, again, it's trust. So people know that we're an organization that keeps things very confidential. We allow people to convene without solicitation, so they feel very safe.
We work with individual funders, and I think for us it's very satisfying working with younger funders who are kind of all over the map in what they're doing. And we'll get reports on exactly what they gave to last year. And we can see over the course of working with them that they're giving more money, first of all, than they were when we started working with them, that they're giving bigger grants to organizations, so they're not just spreading $10,000 and $20,000 checks around, but they're giving bigger grants to really help organizations make change. And they're giving it smarter. They're really moving the ball down the field. They're really affecting change with the money that they're spending.
And that's what Jewish Funders Network helps people do. It helps people give away money well. You can give away money all you want, but it's harder to give away money well without support. Support of philanthropic advisors, support of an affinity group, and support of other donors telling you, yes, you're doing it, and encouragement that you're doing it well, that you're doing this strategically. This is what I would have done when I was in your shoes, bouncing ideas back and forth. So we have that three-prong. We have people who are part of an affinity group so they can meet with each other. We have the philanthropic advising aspect. And we also have this great conference where people come together and actually can see people face to face as a part of just getting the membership content.
It's a really great entrepreneurial place to work. I mean, having worked in nonprofits all my life, this is really something I find different and unique, is that we're able to, and I think pretty comfortable with as a staff, respond to the new situations pretty quickly and fluidly. There's not a lot of bureaucratic and hierarchical work that has to go through to really create change.
I think it's a place that people like to work. I mean, we get people all the time coming and wanting to work here. It's a pretty young office. I think that whenever you've worked in a few different places and then you get the chance to shape an organization, you try to learn the lessons of what other people did right and what other people did wrong along the way. And I think that's what we've tried to do.
So I came here because I really wanted just to do pure philanthropy. I wanted to be at a 501c3, a nonprofit organization where the mission was maximizing the quality and impact of philanthropy. So when we do our services, we're doing our services, and it's at a place where we can do it free of other sort of sales decisions, where we're really working with donors on what, again, matters to them, and we have no agenda. Again, our agenda is really just helping donors, and that's why I came here, to work at a place where that was really the bottom line goal.
But it's also special that this is also a place where those of us who are secular, those of us who are Orthodox, those of us who are everything in between, we really work together very comfortably. This isn't something that this is really the first Jewish organization I've worked at. So I have not that much comparison, but I do think that this is something that's maybe less typical to be able to find in the Jewish world. We don't have that kind of politics. Everybody really brings what they bring to the table very comfortably, and we feed off each other and pull ideas out of each other and really make it very comfortable.
I think we're a place where any idea is a good idea as long as it can exist on its own merits. There's no bureaucracy here. We're not saddled by committees, or we don't do that. Any idea that comes up at a staff meeting on Tuesday mornings is an idea that's going to get played out. It's collaborative. There's no major effort that we undertake that every single person is not involved in the office. And there's also no effort where one person is not ultimately responsible. So everyone has their own area of responsibility, but at the same time, every single person's involved in every aspect of the business.
It's a small organization. It's a growing organization. The membership is fascinating to work with. They have their hands in so many different areas in what they're funding and trying to develop, both in the Jewish world and outside. So every conversation with them reveals kind of new and interesting places that they're trying to look at and ways to achieve the impact that they want. It's a different kind of place, and not something that I've seen in other nonprofits.